In Japan, farmers use rainbow-colored nets over crops to confuse insects and prevent pest infestations naturally.
Aphids are attracted to yellow.
Okay.
Fungus gnats are attracted to yellow.
It scatters light and disrupts their ability to locate crops.
Part of integrated pest management is biological. So that is attracting predator bugs.
You're about to get very uncomfortable.
They should actually give that article to Nora Roberts and let her punch it.
The Helpful Gardeners, the podcast that digs into the buzziest plant trends and news you need to know, regardless of your growing zone. Colin is a skilled horticulturist with decades of growing experience across Canada. Brandi is the greenest of green thumbs with a love of asking questions. Welcome to our Garden Nook.
Are there any romance novels for gardeners?
Oh, I mean, maybe not for gardeners, but there has to be.
Did you know that romance is the top selling genre, or has been for the last 5 years at least? It's like a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Well,
it's crazy.
What was his name? The guy who got hit in the face by the goose on the roller coaster.
What? Is this a book or real life?
No, okay. Okay. So there was a guy, I can't remember, Fabian?
Oh no, his name was Fabio.
Okay, I'm not making this up. Wow. I date myself. You do this deliberately, I swear to God. It's unbelievable. There was a guy, I think it might have been in the 90s. And he was long blonde hair, big square jaw, and he was a model.
Yeah.
But his claim to fame was his image was used on so many Harlequin romance books.
Oh my God.
Anyway, he was on a roller coaster in California and a goose flew into his head and broke his nose.
Oh, he lived?
Yeah, he lived.
How many people can say they lived a goose attack on a roller coaster?
The whole thing just sounds very bizarre. But anyway.
Well, there may not be any gardening romance
Yeah.
novels, but that's a great story.
Yeah, but I bet you there'd be a picture of him working in the garden,
Yeah.
shirtless or something. So maybe it's not a garden romance, but maybe the garden is the setting of the romance.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Our love blooms like forbidden roses.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
See?
Well, apparently.
And if there isn't one, we should write one.
Yes. Well, and I kind of looked into it a little bit, and I think there are some. There's a trilogy written by Nora Roberts. My mom used to read Nora Roberts. It was first in a trilogy. There was 3 women who run a nursery, but there's ghosts. So I don't know how much of a romance that is.
I love the fact that she had so much to say, couldn't be summed up in one book.
There's lots of maybe it's a different department of the garden nursery. I
Got
don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The perennial strikes back.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, let's talk about titles. Okay, so if we were gonna make our own romance novel and buy into this billion-dollar industry, but make it for gardeners, what about A Plot for Two? Isn't that cute? How about this one? Roots and Rebound, or Pruned to Perfection, or The Perennial Heart.
You're really...
I feel like The Perennial Heart would be for you because you're all about perennials.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So much so, I went to AI and I asked them, "Hey, what would this look like?" Can I read it to you? Okay, ready? You're about to get very uncomfortable. All right. He moved behind you, trapping you between his strength and the wild, unyielding briars of the heirloom roses. "You're being too timid with the shears," he murmured. He reached around, his large, calloused hand covering yours on the handle of the tool. The scent of damp earth and cedar clung to him, mixing with the heady, overripe perfume of the petals. The garden was a riot of unchecked growth around them, vibrating with the hum of hidden life. But in the shadow of the trellis, the air grew thick and still. He didn't pull away once the branch fell. Instead, he leaned closer, his voice dropping to a rough velvet. "Some things," he whispered, his lips nearly brushing her ear, "need a little heart and a lot of tension to finally break the surface." Ooh, I just got goosebumps. Are you kidding?
If you hadn't told me that was AI and told me that was an excerpt from a book, I would have believed, like...
I want to write a
And
romance
it
garden
totally, like, total picture of, like, the ghost repotting scene.
novel. Yeah, exactly. You could enter one of those.
Yeah.
What if you're like both reach for the same carrot that you're harvesting? And then you could be, suggestive with
Yeah.
the carrot. I don't know.
And I mean, there's got to be a play in one of the novels. Maybe it's the beginning of the trilogy.
There's a trilogy here too.
There's got to be a
Well, there's many years.
Yeah.
It's like year 1, 2.
and one is like the rough gardener who lives in his little shed, and the Bridgerton lady with her wig. Or so, yeah,
Yes.
lot of potential.
Oh, there's a lot of potential.
A lot of
I don't know.
potential for growth.
I thought that was really cool.
The perennial.
Exactly. Hey, I would read it. I'd read it. I like the plot for 2, though.
Yeah.
I think I might
That's
wanna,
actually my
although that
favorite.
kind of sounds like a murder.
Oh yeah, it's like
Next Nora Roberts book.
Yeah.
Not ghosts this time.
Murder.
Murder.
And then the second part will be the ghost of the person who's murdered.
Oh my God.
See, Nora's killing it with the trilogy. She knows what's what.
Well, this week we also did a little bit of nonfiction reading.
Yeah.
And I found this story out of Japan. And you know how we're always trying to protect our gardens from pests and
Oh, yes.
prevention is always the best thing.
Yep.
Well, they did a study out of the University of Tokyo about using different colors of agricultural nets to try to,
Yep.
not attract thrips. They were doing onion thrips specifically, and they used a combination of black nets, white nets, and red nets. The white nets actually were the worst, and then the red and black ones not like ward off, I guess, ward off a lot of the thrips. It scatters light and disrupts their ability to locate crops.
But go back to something more basic that I think a lot of people have seen.
Yeah.
The sticky stick traps.
Oh, yeah, bright yellow?
Okay. Well, there's a reason why they're yellow, and there's a reason why there's blue ones.
Okay.
So I remember, oh my God, back in the 80s, it might have been the 80s. Yeah, it would have been the 80s. And we were on holiday in a little place called Guernsey. It's in the Channel Islands between England and France.
Okay.
It's a beautiful little island. It was summertime, and there was an outbreak of aphids. Just, we get them. It's a cyclical thing. Somebody, it wasn't us, but somebody there had a yellow car.
Okay.
And their car was covered in aphids. Aphids are attracted to yellow.
Okay.
Fungus gnats are attracted to yellow. And it's something about the input, the sensory input of their eyes, the way their eyes are like all refracted and whatnot, of the color spectrum that they can pick up. So the yellow ones don't work as well for thrips. The best color for the thrips is the pale blue, almost in that white.
Yeah.
And I've also heard people say that if you grow your plant under a grow light that goes into the far red spectrum, you'll get less thrips.
Interesting.
Because they find it uncomfortable.
So you know how there's different, like when you talk about, what are those balls that you can get for like different like pests in the summertime? Nematodes.
Oh, nematodes.
Okay, so nematodes?
Yep.
Okay, so you know how like there's nematodes for this pest and nematodes for that pest?
Yep.
Maybe this is the same thing, like a color for that pest and a color for that pest. I never thought to go to color though. But what I also thought furthermore was, what about the pollinators?
Yep.
Is that worth it?
My limited understanding, they don't give a damn about the color of the flower.
Yep.
I've seen bees go red, yellow, purple, and every color the bees will go to it, different bees. So maybe there is, but I also have to think if you're covering your product with netting, a lot of the netting that we carry, the bees won't be able to get through. And things like onions, you don't care that it's pollinated so much. So maybe it's finding that balance.
Yeah, it's just interesting because I'm trying to think what's in the greenhouse downstairs.
The main colors we have is black, white, green, and blue.
Interesting. And do they actually have specific uses on them? Or it's just like preference?
No, they have a specific usage, but the usage is primarily based on the weave.
Okay.
So this is new. This in all my time doing it, because we used to carry the blue stickies, and nobody bought them.
Yeah.
It got to the point where we discontinued them
Yeah.
for that reason,
Yeah.
because nobody was buying the blue ones. But everybody has always used the yellow ones.
Yeah.
Then they came out with blue ones. So, maybe, and it's, never say never, maybe in another year or 2 years, there'll be more traction with more articles like this. I don't think the company we buy from or the companies out there have done, like this seems relatively, it's a couple of years old, but that's the study.
Yeah.
Now people have to disseminate that. Then people have to get into manufacturing. So we could be still, 3-4 years away from seeing people do it.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of a fully thought out what they reference it in that article, an IPM, an integrated pest management. Instead of just, how many times have we said this? Don't just be reactionary.
Yes.
Okay, if you can look at something and be like, oh, they don't like this color spectrum, they don't like that, and you can build towards preventing one bad problem, but you're still allowing a natural flow of life. Because that red net, if you have a barren wasteland, nothing growing at all, and you do one row of onions, and you put the red netting and release thrips, guaranteed some thrips are going to fight through it because they need food.
Right.
Like anything, it will, I cannot stand celery. You starve me for 2 weeks and give me a plate of celery, I'll probably get it down, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because they also measured like nibble marks on the net. So totally valid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Things will get through, but when you have a diverse ecological environment, and you're like, okay, these are susceptible to thrips. I'm putting red netting on this. Over here, I'm going to do just black netting, and here I'm going to put some yellow sticky sticks.
Yeah.
You build towards what you need, and I think that it's really interesting seeing that the studies they're doing now.
Yeah, I thought, who thought to even start doing this? But it's kind of cool. And like they said in the study, it's going to pretty much only, like you said, only really benefit the bigger agricultural industry. So there's really no need to kind of like do it in our gardens right now. But the reason why I wanted to bring it to our attention was it's been also rolling around on social media. And when you think about what this would look like, the study, you think, okay, it's going to be what we normally have right now in the garden center, and it's colored all red, and that's where the study is, right? Well, there has been a whole bunch of AI generated photos showing Japan and like these rainbow colored nets over top. And they're like, in Japan, farmers use rainbow colored nets over crops to confuse insects and prevent pest infestations naturally. And then this one, like they have a whole blue net, a whole yellow net, a whole and then they're saying that they're shielding with rainbow hued nets. And I'm like, Kate, and this was just posted for 2026, and this month.
The thing is that's what it's, I'm so glad you mentioned that.
I'm so, because I saw this and I was like, oh, wow, they've got these, because it literally looks like a bubble-colored net over top of crops.
Well, it kind of makes your crop field look, it kind of looks like the tulip fields in Amsterdam.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Like, you're kind of seeing that, but...
That's not it at all.
No, because, we literally already established, it's proven, proof. But I know this is anecdotal.
Yeah.
But in the 80s, I saw the aphids on the yellow car. There were other color cars there. Yes. And they didn't have aphids on them. Yeah. The aphids had gone to the yellow car. The sticky strips, that was harder than it needed to be, are also yellow.
Yes.
So why the hell would you put a yellow net over your crop?
I don't understand. And they're not even mentioning the study that they're just saying, oh, all of Japan uses this and it's so modern and everything. But they never even mentioned the University of Tokyo's research.
Yep. I got duped, was it this week or last week? Very recently.
Oh, no.
Personally. And I saw something and I was like, oh my God, that's really cool. And I shared it with a few people.
Yeah.
you know how it is, like when you're on like Instagram or Reddit or something, and you don't share it, and you accidentally swipe and it disappears forever.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God. So I tend to share things. And then I wanted to know more about it. I can't remember what it was now. So I went and read about it.
Yeah.
And it was 100% not true.
No.
100% not true. And I was like, so I messaged everybody and said, apparently this isn't true. Sorry, I got very excited. But then I read about it.
Yep.
We're talking about these people that have done research, and this is part of integrated pest management. Well, part of integrated pest management is biological.
Mm-hmm.
So that is attracting predator bugs.
Mm-hmm.
If you put a barrier up to keep bugs out, like we said, guaranteed the problem bugs will get in. Maybe you limit it by 90%, and that's a math that you can live with. The predator bugs won't, because those other bugs, the 90% that didn't get in will go elsewhere. The predators will go where there's a bigger food source. Mm-hmm. So that's not integrated pest management. All you've done is put up some pretty netting and let bad bugs in.
Right.
So it's, that doesn't work. But yeah, doing like a red net, because that shows it works. And maybe you want to do something like that. Maybe it's, you do 10 rows and you do 9 covered in the red net and 1 in yellow to attract the bad bugs over there. Mm-hmm. And you go, hey, look, we built you something. We're advertising it. They all go there, and you're like, score, got this one safe. Yeah. So maybe there is a reason for different colors, but not that.
No, absolutely not. So just be wary of what you see online. And I mean, this is a thing, but it's just that wasn't the whole truth. So an interesting article. I'm going to pop this up onto our show notes. So head to goldenacre.ca/podcast, and you can take a look at the article yourself and read up on it. And maybe that kind of inspires you to do some different things in your garden if you want to implement it.
I'm just going to give one little warning about the article. It's a little dry.
Oh, yeah.
It's a scientific article.
I forgot to mention, this is like actual research article.
They didn't jazz it up. It's fascinating, but you're like, okay.
I hate to admit it, and I don't know why, but I was like scrolling, and I'm like, ooh, a graph, and I stopped on the graph.
You know what they should do is they should actually give that article to Nora Roberts and let her punch it up a bit.
Between the thrips.
This podcast is brought to you by Golden Acre Home and Garden. Find seasonal inspiration for your home and garden in Calgary, Alberta year-round. Visit goldenacre.ca. The comments and opinions expressed by the helpful gardeners on this show are our own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Golden Acre Home and Garden. For more information on everything we covered today and to leave us a voice note, visit goldenacre.ca/podcast. The Helpful Gardeners are on Instagram at The Helpful Gardeners Pod. Keep on growing, gardeners!